Hello, fine goats of Capricorn. How are you? Hello. Shall we start again? Happy hellos there, lovely Capricorns, my goat friends. One of my favorite signs in the house. Okay, now here's the cool thing for you, Capricorns. There has been a huge, significant shift from all the intense, hardworking energy that you've been putting towards romance, creativity, and even trying to. You've been working on a couple of things, and it's almost as if someone's also stealing your work. Just heads up on that, which I wouldn't be surprised because your work is that fine. You're working on, which doesn't surprise me, Capricorn, on your money, money, money. Money, money, money. And we have a king of rods that you don't know yet, that you might be introduced to within perhaps even 2 weeks, or the number 14 could be important here. 718, Brooklyn or Bronx, right? Five of Wands. So there's been struggles going on. And with the Temperance, it's actually suggesting to really make sure you're when you get the Temperance card, it's a card for balance. It's a card to, are you spending enough time with the pets? Are you also spending enough time for self-care? And the really important part, too, is that love and partnerships with Jupiter and Venus in your sector of commitment, bringing kindness and deeper bonds this month of May, making an ideal time and spot on time to repair the relationships or meeting even significant new partner. So Cappy, is get out there. The other cool thing is that there's a whole new energy come mid-month, May 16th, where creative fulfillment. You're going to go back to doing something that you used to do, or dive into something that you've always wanted to do that is okay. So I have wishes more defined, and maybe even lies being seen, which that's what it feels with some of the struggles. So there's going to be information that comes to light. I have a feeling. I would not be surprised if the High Priestess doesn't come out for my collective soulmates here as Capricorns. Now, it also shows something untraditional. Again, especially for those Capricorns with a lot of Aquarius or some of the other, like say a lot of water in their signs, there's that creative side that by the new moon with Taurus on May 16th, it's going to inspire you to dive into your artistic projects, allowing you to find immense pleasure in whatever you create. You're going to also sort of switch those, flip the switch a little bit on your brain, thankfully, because you're going to be concentrating on the joy versus the grind. And so that's where you've had this, with the worries, less worries now, which is nice. The Nine of Swords reversed, where you've had this period of intense focus on the house, trying to get things fixed, maybe on your family. You're finally going to be invited to socialize and actually enjoy life. The first quarter, you've not really been enjoying life. You've just been hanging in there. And it shows, again, now we have two nines. There's been insecurity as to where your finances, you definitely want to sort of solidify if they've been a little shaky. It's sort of, cray cray. And you certainly have been worried about the career sector. Maybe there've been changes in your particular type of career. This may be a time too with the new moon on the 16th, that besides sparking, new beginnings of romance, creativity, and finding joy, you may actually find a different avenue of your career and lasting even until October, because this begins this period of reflection regarding personal power and even your own patterns and which ones should work for you. So we got new romance, possibly, right? Creativity, finding joy. And then with the Mars and Venus shift, that's May 18th, that's when Mars enters Taurus, which is going to be increasing your confidence to act on creative and romantic desires. Yeah, see, there's been some sort of battle. Only you can. This doesn't have to resonate with everybody. Remember, this is just one reader out of how many people that read just for Capricorns. Okay, I read for all the signs and a few other kind of romantic relationship. Even though I'm a little bit tongue tied. Watch your dreams, even. Okay, and this definitely May 18th, because Venus moves into Cancer, Moon, water sign, and softening relationship dynamics and increasing emotional security, which is huge for Cappies. Cappies don't like to show their emotional insecure side. They really hard, it's like their humor, very dry, but they're very funny, once they sort of let you think, especially with Venus, the Cancer is the opposite sign of Capricorn. And so it's sort of like two people who flirt with one another, but they may never even get to the relationship because they don't want anyone to know that they like each other. It's really funny when a Capricorn and Cancer get along. But Venus does move into Cancer, so it's going to soften those relationship dynamics and allow you to feel more secure to show your emotions easier than it's been for at least the past 8 months. Relief on that. May 20th, this is when Gemini season begins, and there's going to be now a shift focused towards work routines, productivity, and health. So definitely by May 20th, and we have what on the end? We have Judgment. Definitely on. Also, if there's going to be some sort of where you have to go to court or any sort of court proceedings, this will be ruled in your favor without any fear. But May 20th is when you're going to definitely realize that. And of course, with the full moon in Sagittarius, this blue moon, it's going to bring a craving for privacy for you Capricorns and a special rest after a very social month, which is not really, your thing, urging you to focus now on self-care and, of course, your inner world, Cappy. And here's the Chariot, that you'll be able to then balance your duties with joy, allow yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's also, your horoscope really also suggests to socialize and reconnect. This is the month to plan for the rejuvenation of yourself, of self, definitely to plan for that so you have that time. And it even suggests be aware of the expenses, especially around, well, we've already passed the first. So, you may be holding on a little bit more than you normally would. But that's because you've been. Now let's look a little bit more about career. What can Spirit have for us for Capricorns for the month of May, Spirit? All right. Well, you actually just might boss up. You may actually have a brand new position coming up. What is this about the Emperor? Can you tell me, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we have Earth sign and the Star. Now both are reversed, and I'm wondering if you know that you may be self-doubting and giving yourself your own limits. Okay, so you're actually being the person that's holding you back. Yes, Capricorn, that may be the case. And I'll take my own advice on that. 2 more, please, for the month of May. What's the advice for Capricorns? Okay, it says, look and review at that you're going to invest your time in. And with the 3 of Wands, that there actually may be a new business opportunity or partnership, certainly a time at the end of the month that you, Capricorn, are going to start to plan. And remember, you're already the boss. You always are. You always have been. You've been a boss since you're about 6 years old. So with that, Capricorns, have a wonderful May, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for visiting me, dealing with my stumbling and tripping over my own words today. But that's why we have the captions. So you're like, what the hell did she just say? Now you know. Okay. And blessings to all. Thanks for watching, Cross Readers. Toodaloos. See you soon. Thanks for catching this latest reading of mine. I truly appreciate you spending a little time here with me. If you enjoy this style of tarot and relationship insights, let me know by leaving a comment about what resonated with you. And visit the9ofcups.com for more articles, to book private readings, explore the courses, access free community resources, and of course, shop mystical products lovingly crafted right here in Vermont just for you. It's a space designed to help you reflect, reconnect with your intuition, and love the life you design. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you, sending big blessings your way. And because tarot isn't here to simply comfort you, it's here to bring awareness and to help you see the truth with clarity. Snarky Tarot Decks with Side Eye goes live on Kickstarter March 19th. Thanks for watching, liking, hyping, and subscribing, and for supporting independent creators like myself. Toodaloo, and see you next time.